So, your battery died and you got to charge your iPhone. You take your cable, you plug it in, and nothing happens. Everything was working last time. What happened now? So, you take out the cable and have a quick look at it, and you see this. You see the fourth pin on both sides of the cable has changed color. And the cable is just not charging the phone. It turns out this is actually quite common. Here is another example. Another cable, the same issue. The same fourth pin on both cables is dark. Long time ago I've released a short about the issue. Maybe you got here from the short, or maybe you were just looking for answers. Judging by the comments on the short, a lot of people are having this problem. And this problem costs money. Those cables are not cheap at all. Okay, so I use a lot of cables because I repair a lot of phones. Some of the comments suggested that my phone is broken and it's doing this to the cable, that I'm not using the correct charging brick, that there is something wrong with the powered outlet in my home. But I'm using all type of adapters, small, big, all original, Nokia, Huawei, uh, everything. But when I use this cable from a month to 6 months, this will be the result. The fourth pin will be burned. I even charge my iPod Nano with the cable and it still gets the same problem. So I'm not sure if I'll give you the answer why this is happening, but I can show you what I do and what I found so far. But in the end, I have to buy another cable. At least the new models don't use Lightning and they are already moved to Type-C, so that's good. But for the rest of us with older iPhones, we have to find a solution to this. I want to show you something. This is Lightning to Type-C cable, original Apple cable. And I got this cable second-hand when I bought my 13 Pro. So this cable is old. It was used by someone before me and now me. And if you look closely, this cable doesn't have the issue. There is no burnt pin for all these years. So I wonder, what's the difference? What's wrong with the older cables that it's not happening to this one? Since I have only one cable of this type, please let me know in the comments below what cable do you use and do you have the problem with the burnt pin? Is it the old USB to Lightning or Type-C to Lightning? Since I'm sick of paying premium, I bought this cheap cable for $5 and I'm gonna test it to see if this one will get the burnt pin. I've already used it for about a week, so I don't expect it to have the issue right now, but we'll find out later. Now, let's look up closely this cable. For the purpose, I will use my microscope. So, as you can see, the pin is really covered in something. It doesn't look like liquid damage, more like a burn. When I try to just clean it with alcohol and a brush, it doesn't budge. It's just solid staying there. Usually what I do, I just take a toothpick and just scrape it off. Once I do it, the cable is usable again. As you can see, I'm using my knife just to remove the corrosion, or I'm not sure what it is. But once you clear both sides, you can use the cable. However, all this scraping, because this will happen again, will further damage the pin, and at the end the pin will be no longer there. But for a few times you can still use the cable. I know it looks bad, but this is what I do. So again, you can remove the dark corrosion or burn from the pin and you can reuse the cable. You can already see that scratching it is taking away some of the metal, so at the end the cable won't be usable. Let me now show you the other cable under the microscope. Again, this is at least 3 years old and you can see the signs of wear and tear, but there is not a single trace of corrosion or burn, and when you compare them you can immediately see something. The old model cable has goldish or copper pins, where the new model cable has silverish pins, and for some reason it doesn't suffer from the problem. You can see that the cable has been used a lot, but there is no trace of corrosion or burning on it. So, since my example sample is really small, just single cable, I don't have a problem with that cable, but always with the other. So I think Apple has changed something. They've found the problem and they decided to fix it without saying anything. Could be the electronics inside the cable, or maybe it's just the materials that are used in the cable. I don't know. I'm not sure what's the issue here, but as you can see, the first cable has the problem and the second doesn't have it. Maybe some other guy already gave a comprehensive answer to the issue, but I just can't. I really hope you found something useful in my video. But tell me in the comments below, do you do it like me? Just clear the burnt pin and just reuse the cable, or you immediately replace the cable? Thank you for watching and see you next time.